What's good, guys? We're back at it again with another video. As you see from the title, today we have a Kylan Boswell breakdown. This is the current number 18 player in the class of 2023, point guard, listed 6'1", out of California. I think we did Kylan's first breakdown maybe 5 to 6 months ago. But what I remember specifically about that, first and foremost, I do remember saying, like, yeah, he's listed 6'1", but he looks maybe, 6 feet 5'11". But even though I said, like, yeah, he does look a little bit shorter than his listed height, and, pretty much with every player in this top 100, the top players, a majority of them can score, right? So I already knew, okay, when I first turned on the film, he's going to be able to score. So, of course, like, I knew he can score, he could shoot. But I remember he was competing on the defensive end and rebounding. And for a player of that size, it's next level to be able to affect the game in other ways other than scoring. Like in the Eli Ellis video, I said, yeah, Eli's 6'1", he might be a little undersized, and y'all were trying to get on me. In high school, 6'1" as a point guard, it's not undersized. But when you get to, especially if you're in the top 100, you're a high major player. When you get to college and you end up at that next level, 6'1" is undersized at the guard spot. Kylan might be a little bit smaller than that. So for him to affect the game in other ways, I tell you guys all the time, undersized guards is pivotal to be able to do other things on the court other than score. You're not going to be able to score 30 every game. You're going to have to be able to do other things on the court, but I'm not going to hold you guys up any longer. I've seen Kylan's name a couple times in the comments over the last couple weeks. Let's get into it. Kylan Boswell is a known shooter that's looking for you to give him some space so he can get his shot off. Bucket. He utilizes his build and strength to get by defenders. This is a tough lay with the inside hand. Kylan knows where he wants to get to on the floor and has the patience to let it develop. Watch how he rejects this and gets the ISO on Aiden, using his size advantage to create the space and knock it down. This is a player that's looking to get his three-point shot off. All he needs is a sliver of space, and it's gone. As you saw earlier, Kylan does utilize an array of finishes to get around bigger players in the paint. He's also active on the defensive end with quick hands and great awareness every time he's on the floor. Again, in the half court, Kylan knows exactly where he wants to go to and can get there. Watch how he manipulates the entire defense in a close game to score. Guarding bigger players is a challenge he'll also take on, like here with Eric Daly. Great hands again. He missed these threes, but I wanted to show you guys there's no hesitation. If you peek like this defender did here, he will shoot the ball, or if you go under the ball screen, he will not wait a second. It's gone. Kylan is a player who can score the ball in a number of different ways. Sure, he can knock down the open three, but there aren't many guards his size taking defenders down into the post and making turnaround fadeaways. Kylan isn't a player you can lose whether he has the ball or not, because he will relocate and find open looks for himself. Even if he does have the ball, it doesn't matter where he is on the court, you need to have a hand up. Okay, so Kylan Boswell. If y'all don't think Eli Ellis is considered an undersized guard, Kylan Boswell is, an undersized guard. He's listed 6'1", but again, he looks probably 6 foot 5'11". But like I just said, like, he does not play to his height at all. Like, he does not play to his height at all. This is a dog. Like, this is a dog that not only competes offensively, but defensively. He competes almost every single possession. When you turn on games of Kylan Boswell, there aren't many times where you turn it on and, he's taking plays off. Let's talk about it. Offensively, we know, like, this kid is a shooter. Like, shooter. If he gets any type of room, if you give him any type of space, if he can see the rim clearly, that shot is gone. He's shooting it. You saw he comes off a pick and roll. You're not there. You go under. He's shooting that. He comes down in transition. Okay, and you kind of playing back a little bit, like you trying to play his drive. He just going to pull it from the hash. Easy. I call for a screen. Okay, the defenders start peeking. He start looking. Okay, where's the screen coming from? I'm going to shoot the ball. Kylan is looking to shoot it. He can shoot it off the catch. He can shoot it off the dribble. He can shoot it moving off a handoff. His game is predicated because he is a smaller player. He understands that his efficiency, he can score in the paint. We'll talk about that. He can score in the paint. He can score in the mid-range. But he likes that three, and he understands, kind of like with Trey, like smaller players, you're going to get a better look farther away from the basket, away from the trees. That's just what it is, and he utilizes his jump shot to his advantage because all of a sudden, now let's talk about the driving. When you have a player like Kylan who can come out, hit maybe 1 or 2, 3 threes in a row, whether they be off the catch, off the dribble, whatever you want, then you got to play up on him. And he can drive. He can finish around the rim. Granted, he doesn't do it too much. He doesn't, but he can, because when you do press up on him, this is a player. He might be smaller, but he's stocky. He got shoulders. He got build. You can tell he's been in the weight room, and he has a little bit of a first step. So what he does, when he gets by you, he's strong. So when he bumps you, you're moving. You saw it. He goes right, rejects. He bumping Aiden a little bit, which that's all he needs to create the space because of how strong he is. Or with guards, it's a little tip for undersized guards. I learned this. It helped me when I was playing one-on-one against guards. Whenever you're trying to drive by somebody and you slap their hand back, I'm watching Kylan doing it, and I'm understanding how strong he is, and I'm seeing the type of force he's doing it with. That's allowing him also at the same time, when he's trying to get by dudes, he's so strong. When he slap your hand, you moving backwards, and all he needs is for you to get on his hip. He's finishing. He's showing you he has the lays. He can get creative around the trees. Shot blockers, you can't just do regular layups. I was a shot blocker, so trust me, I understand. Guards, you have to do other things when you have trees in there, when you are smaller. So you saw when he drives, he uses the inside hand so the big can't time it. He doesn't know when to jump, when to try and block it. High flip shot off the glass. He can finish that. Floaters, essential. Again, smaller guards, if you want to be able to score in the paint, you got to have these flip shots. You got to be able to finish right hand, left hand. You got to be able to, wrong leg, wrong hand. Like, you got to be able to do that to throw off these bigs, these shot blockers that are trying to affect your shots. Again, he can shoot the three, can drive it, mid-range. He can also get to it. He doesn't do it too much, but you saw he can knock down the mid-range jumper. He even posted up at his size, posted up the opposite guard. His defender posted up, turnaround jumper, fade away. Tough. Kylan is just extremely solid offensively. He does everything you want him to do. He's extremely patient, picks his spots. He's patient with the ball in his hands in the half court. Doesn't really do too much. Again, there will be times where he'll come down and clip a couple, shoot a couple deep threes, come off, shoot a couple, sides, some fades, some things like that. But I mean, that kind of comes with it when you can shoot it like this. You have to have that confidence. That's part of the reason why he can shoot it this well, because he has that confidence and legitimately believes he can make any single shot he takes. So there will be times where he'll come down, clip a couple, but again, a majority of the time, he's trying to get his own within the offense. But I'm really happy that I did, these two breakdowns today, Caleb first and now Kylan, because these two players, I'm excited for what they do, away from scoring. Because Kylan, along with Caleb, Kylan affects the game in other ways. It isn't just scoring. This dude is relentless, a real dog. He rebounds the ball in these games. He had games of 8 rebounds, 6 rebounds. I think I may have saw one with 9 rebounds. And he's getting steals as well, multiple games with 2+ steals. This dude is a dog. Like, rarely do you see players this size, go get rebounds. And when I say go get rebounds, I'm not talking about rebounds that just fall in your hand or you just at the free throw line and you look up and, oh, it's right here. No, I mean, he's actively, shot goes up, hit. Most coaches, they tell guards, you got to be the first ones back. He's going to the glass every single time, and he's getting some traffic rebounds over some dudes, elevating, grabbing it with 2 hands on the defensive end. Activity always locked in. He's picking off passes. He got active hands. Somebody's a little loose with the handle off the ball. He's putting his hand in there, getting steals. Again, he's switching on the bigger players. Eric Daly, a recent reclass in the 2023. Top 50 player, I think ESPN ranked him, bigger player. Moves his feet, stays in front, ends up having great hands, swiping down on the ball, getting the steal, going the other end. He competes at all times on the floor. Like, this is a consummate competitor. He isn't just going to shoot your face off. He isn't just going to, attack, and because he also can find his teammates as well. I didn't see a lot of, assists in these games, but I have seen him in games, that I've seen before. He isn't just going to shoot your face off. He isn't just going to pass the ball. He's also going to go rebound at 5'11", 6 foot, 6'1", whatever you want to say. He's also going to defend. He's going to give you everything you have when you're on the court, and that leads to wins, not just at this level, at the next level, and then the level that he's eventually trying to get to. Like, share, subscribe, turn on post notifications. Appreciate you guys watching. Remember, if you want the one-on-one evaluations, the subscriber breakdowns that go on the channel like these, like this one right here that you're watching. Hit my website in the description. Like I always say, appreciate you guys watching. I'll see you guys next time in the next video.